Hey guys, how's it going? Yuri here. I'm in my hotel room down here in Celebration, Orlando. I'm down here for just 2 days actually with some of my good friends from the fitness industry. I'm treating them to a fun little business meeting and a little gathering this week. So, anyways, I'm down here in my room and I just realized that I needed to shoot a FAQ Friday video for you. So that's what I'm doing. I've got my iPhone set up. I've got the questions here on the laptop that I'm going to be answering. So this first question is actually really interesting. There's been a lot of controversy. Good for this lady for posting this blog post because it's created quite a stir. So this question comes from David, and it's a long question. I'll just get to the gist of it. He asks, it was brought to my attention today of a website, thehealthyhomeeconomist.com, that states green smoothies can devastate your health due to high loading of oxalates in their content, particularly from green leafy vegetables like kale, spinach, and oxalates can lead to serious health issues like kidney stones and others. Are there many foods with oxalates in them? Most of them highly nutritious foods. I would very much welcome your comments on this. Also, I read another article not to use fruit in a smoothie, as by blending fruit, it takes away the fiber and the sugar content goes directly to the liver. Another eminent doctor states one really shouldn't eat fruit anyways because of the sugar. Okay, so first of all, let me just go in reverse order here. I've actually created a video this past week on the question about sugar and does it make you fat. So watch that video. I'll probably put a link in this video to that video. So watch that because that answers that. Secondly, blending does not destroy the fiber or doesn't take it away. It actually makes the nutrients more accessible because the problem with plants is that they have a very solid cell wall, which is called cellulose or fiber. And in a lot of cases, a lot of the protein and nutrients are bound within that and inside of it. So blending actually opens up that cell wall. It's a lot easier to get the nutrients out of a lot of vegetables from a blended smoothie than you can by eating them in a lot of cases. So nothing wrong with smoothies. From that perspective, maybe the person was talking about juicing, where you actually remove the fiber in that case, which obviously is a little bit different. And in that case, I wouldn't recommend juicing with fruit, as I've mentioned before, just mainly with vegetables. And there we go. So now let's get to the main question. Do green smoothies devastate your health because they have oxalates? Well, the answer is no. I don't know anyone who I've ever come across who has incorporated more green smoothies into their diet who has gotten sicker or fatter as a result. Okay? So here's the thing. If you look at any food, you can pick it apart and take specific nutrients out of it which are bad for you, right? So we can look at the air you breathe. Oh my God, stop breathing because the air contains levels of contamination that are going to ruin your body. Or stop drinking milk, which you probably should anyways, because it contains levels of the high levels of hormones and antibiotics. You can name it. I mean, any food you want. Peanuts because they have mold. Apples because they have arsenic. It's true. Apples do contain arsenic. Okay. So green leafy vegetables do contain oxalates. Oxalates are simply kind of like anti-nutrients or the plant's ways of kind of defending themselves against, bacteria and foreign invaders. And the issue is that oxalates or oxalic acid was or is thought to create oxalic acid stones in the kidney. Well, is that true? Not really. It's true in the sense that if you have an existing kidney problem, if you have existing issues with your kidneys that your doctor has diagnosed and has told you you need to really kind of remove or minimize your intake of oxalates, then in that case, obviously, follow that advice. But for 99% of the population, you are only going to benefit from increasing your intake of green vegetables. Oxalic acid is such a small, insignificant portion of green foods, of green leafy vegetables, that I don't even know how it's considered significant with these kind of arguments. So it's really unfortunate that this kind of nonsense gets propagated around the internet, and thankfully there's a lot of valid rebuttals from nutrition experts who are well versed in this area to really shed light on the reality of this. So oxalic acid, there's nothing to be worried about from smoothies. Again, how many smoothies are you drinking a day? I mean, even if you drank 10 smoothies a day, you're not gonna worsen your health. Nobody I have ever come across who's gone on a juice fast, who has incorporated more green salads, more green smoothies into their diet, has ever come down with poorer health or kidney problems as a result of eating greens. So you're fine. There's no issue. Again, there's worse things to think about. You're better off, like, why are we bashing green smoothies? Why are we not, worrying about French fries and processed food? I mean, I don't even. It's such an insignificant, ridiculous argument that I don't know. I mean, those are my thoughts. So, David, hopefully that answers your question. You're fine with the green smoothies. Don't worry about them. Okay, so our next question comes from Tom, who wants to know about protein smoothies. So here's the question. I know there are many protein powders out there, some good and some not so good. I've tried a product from BioTrust, from a company called BioTrust Low Carb, which is a time-release protein blend. Are you familiar with this product? They claim it is the best out there. Don't they all? Please let me know what you think. Thank you. Okay, so Tom, BioTrust actually is a very, very good company. A lot of their stuff is of the highest quality. I recommend their probiotics, their digestive enzymes, which are excellent. Both of those are excellent. I actually haven't tried the protein powder myself. However, I have a lot of friends who use the BioTrust low carb protein powder. They say it tastes delicious, and it really is coming from quality. So everything they do is really about quality. And they're making sure that the source is antibiotic and hormone free. The processing of it is done in a way that really maximizes the nutrient value from it. And yeah, they're just a good company. So not only is the protein good, but a lot of the stuff they put out is really good. So they have my 2 thumbs up, and they're great. So there you go. Okay, so the next one is a really interesting question. Comes from Mikhail. I hope I pronounced that properly. Yuri, I'm starting to get back into my routine and curious to know if animal cuts is of any value or benefit. Here are the ingredients. Any advice would be much appreciated. Notes, I'm about 5'9", 34 years old. I've worked out regularly since I was 16, 17 years old. Always been on the lean side the past 8 months with different things going on. I haven't frequented the gym. As a result, I've gained about 15 pounds of crap weight and have a little pooch belly going on, which I want to flatten out. I have healthy eating habits, although I will sneak in a burger pizza every now and then. Yeah, let me know if this animal pack is an option. So honestly, Mikhail, I've actually never heard of animal pack, and then I actually did some research, just really briefly looking at what it is. And from my understanding, it's really kind of a bodybuilding-based supplement. Just looking at, I'm just kind of pulling up the website here. And just having a look at it, and so to be honest, I mean, it seems like it's a pretty, intense supplement. The ingredient list, I'm just going to pull up here. Where are we? So the ingredient list, they have thermogenic complex, metabolic complex, thyroid complex, diuretic complex, and a couple other complexes kind of supporting all these different systems. So the thermogenic complex is basically metabolism type stuff. So they've got caffeine, which is right in there. So the thermogenic part is 750 milligrams of caffeine and other stuff, yerba mate, raspberry ketones, a bunch of other things that literally just rev your metabolism up. So right there, that kind of raises a bit of a yellow flag for me. I'm not too crazy about that kind of thermogenic stuff, especially caffeine. Is it the end of the world? Probably not. Then they have the metabolic complex, which contains green tea extracts, oolong tea extracts. So I mean, you have some good stuff in there. Other ingredients. It seems like a lot of the stuff is pretty decent, but again, I have no way of knowing what the quality of those ingredients are, whether they're synthetic based or whole food based. I don't even know what the price of this is. Let me see if there's a price here. The price of this is for 42 packs, so I guess you take a pack a day is $65. And again, honestly, if you're looking to lose weight, I mean, I really don't recommend turning to stuff like this because, yes, it might rev up your metabolism a little bit, but again, it's really considered to be a fat burner. That's essentially what this is. Personally, I'm not a fan of this stuff. I would never take it myself. I would never recommend it to other people. Whether you want to do that for yourself or not is up to you. But I just want to give you my 2 cents here. A lot of the stuff in the supplement stores with respect to thermogenic, metabolism boosting things, I don't really think are of much value. I think they're more hype than anything else. And maybe they work. I'm not too sure. I've never used one. But I think that the potential negative consequences of really doing all this kind of revving up internally, is probably not the best thing. There's other ways of doing it through exercise and diet alone. I mean, you can simply add in a 1-day fast once a week. Just drink nothing but water for an entire day. You'd probably get better benefits than by adding this in at $65. So, yeah, that's my answer to that. Hopefully that's answered your question about animal cuts. And that's all for today. So 3 FAQ Friday questions for you. Hope you have a great day. Stay tuned because this weekend we've got a really exciting announcement. So we got some very exciting stuff to share with you. So stay tuned. I'll put out another video to let you know about it. And if you're on my email list, I'll obviously send you an email about that. If you're not on my email list, be sure to come back to the blog, yurielkaim.com. On the top right, you can opt in to get 3 awesome gifts. And obviously my several times per week updates with all this great stuff. And yeah, so there we go. Thanks for your questions. I look forward to talking with you tomorrow. And I'm off to have a great day with my good friends. And hope you have a great day as well. We'll see you soon.